we're going live. All right, what I've done is I could take a piece of wood and I could cut it to this angle that we see here, okay? Now I have this tile set up in the position it's going to be in when I cut this piece of tile. All right, but right here, as you see, I have this space. It's kind of like a wedge in shape, okay? In this area right in here. Now I could cut a piece of tile. I could take a measurement from this side over and then the length of it, and I could cut a piece of wood and fit in there. But for those that may not have a saw for cutting wood, like a chop saw or a skill saw or a slide, I'm going to show you the technique. I just took a couple pieces of tile, for example. This is just scrap, okay? And I'm going to lay this down in here up against the fence here. All right, push that all the way in. Then I'm going to take, all right, this piece is just a cut off and I had to break it, all right? And then I'm going to take this. I'm getting the angle here, all right? And I'm just going to slide this in here. All right, so now it's tight. So this back is completely supported here as well as at this point, okay? Now, the first step I took was, let's see if we can see that pencil line. Zoom in a little bit. All right, there's the blade. All right, there's the pencil line. All right, so I lined up the pencil line with the blade first. And then I brought that pencil line back here to the fence. All right, where it falls in the groove, all right, at this point here. All right, and so that's going to get cut. It's going to be right in line. It's going to be exactly the angle I'm needing it. So, whoa, okay, sorry about that. So anyways, now I'm going to cut it. Keeping this on while cutting, I'm not sure. Let's see if I can reverse this. Then hopefully I can set it up where you can see it. All right, now you can see it. Let's see from a distance. Let me see if I can zoom, even though I'm backing off. And at this angle again here, let me show you. I've lined it up with the blade first. Okay, then if we follow this line here in this view, you can clearly see what I'm calling a sight on this particular model. Okay, this is a MK saw. It's an older saw. And it's a workhorse. Let me tell you, this thing is well made. All right, here's my sight right here at this outer edge. Okay, that's the sight that I look for. And if you come from this edge right here up, you'll see, if I'm not holding this very straight, but it's in line with this pencil line right here. All right, so if we sight down, all right, it falls right in line with this lip. This edge right here, that's your sight, to this outer edge. All right, and so it'll be completely at that angle when it's cut, and I'll have the angle, the desired angle that I'm needing. All right, so now let me see if I can't get this set up here where you can be seen, which may not be the easiest thing to do. It's looking like. Wow, I've done this once before. All right, hold on. Sorry about all this. I'm trying to get it where you can at least see the cut while it's being made. Okay, here we go. Pull this and back this off. Make sure I'm right where I want to be. We're looking good. Okay, I've run into one little snag, which happens. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I have ran into this edge of the support here. All right, so I'm going to have to reverse this, and that's why keeping that angle and getting it in place is so important. So now I'm going to have to reverse it. Okay, bring this over here. All right, that's going to dictate to where we need to be, and that's looking good. All right, again, I just take this, put this in here, take this little wedge, slide it up to where it's nice and firm. Okay, it's nice and firm. I can pull back now. Oh, the other thing is we want to make sure that it's touching here on this back. All right, so I need to pull this out a little bit, make sure it's touching here at this point. I don't know if you can see it, but on the fence, then you get these into place, and then we're perfectly where we started, and we will be the same. The cut will be the same. Okay, now I have a wedge that I can use, this one piece, okay, for the next cut. Because I'm going to have to make this other cut, make a left and a right, which means to do this, okay, I'm going to take this piece, let me zoom out. All right, I'm going to take this piece, but first I'm going to squeegee this water off of here because it interferes with the marker and getting it marked. Markers don't like water. You need to make a pencil that works for water, for wet areas. Okay, so all right, I'm going to lay this here. And you notice this piece is upside down, so it'll be the reverse when it's upright. Okay, so now the next step I'm going to take is I'm going to have to put a piece of tape down here at this position, at this angle, so I can write on it. Okay, and hopefully this painter's tape, this blue tape doesn't stick quite the same. It has less adhesive on it. For painting purposes, the blue tape, so in case you need to know that, if you're painting, the blue tape is less sticky, so it doesn't become difficult to remove if it's been left around your window trim. You have metal windows, and the trim it's on there for a day or two before you get it painted, and you got to pull it off. The white painter's tape wants to stick, and it's very hard to remove. So the blue has less glue, and it comes off much easier and doesn't give you those problems that the white does, if you're going to leave it on there for any length of time. So that's just a heads up on that note for those of you that may not be aware of that. Okay. Now I can show you what I was doing here. Okay. I just marked this, as you can see, and that won't wash off. This other, I marked this tile the other day that I just cut, so the marker had time to dry and really stay, so it was able to use it without having to do that. Okay, now we're going to see how this wedge that I just came off, and so you can see here, I'm lining this up here first. All right. Let me get all your debris out of the way. Okay, now I gotta do this in reverse. I'm looking down at that site. I'm getting this tape folded out of my way. Okay. All right, that way it doesn't interfere with sighting it in. All right, so the first thing I do is I get this lined up to the blade. Okay, it's about where I want it. Now I'm doing this with one hand, which makes it quite a bit more difficult, but nonetheless doable. All right, so if we sight down, we can see, because I'm going to this outer edge is where I'm going, is right here. So I get this set up, all right, to that outer edge. All right, right there. Then we come up here. Okay, pull that forward so we're touching at this point. We want to be touching at this juncture here. All right, now you can see that I need to turn this. Let's see, get the angle on it here. Not too much, actually, right there. And let's see, we sighting in there. Depends on how we're looking, huh? But straight down, looks like we're there. Straight down. All right. So let's get this cut. Okay. Zoom in. See how much I can do. There we go. That should be pretty good. Let's get this piece put in. I got to readjust because I moved it. All right, that's looking about perfect. I'm going to take this piece. I'm sliding it in. The angle is going towards the angle on the tile. Yes, and this fits like a glove. Let me show you how this fits before I get started. Okay, that piece fits in there. This is, the angle goes with the angle of the tile. Okay, this goes with this. This is your fence right here. All right, you got this little lip. That's your fence. So we put the straight part against the fence, slide it in. Now, what if we were to reverse it? How is this going to work? Let's just show you. See, it works, but you see we have this gap here. See? So I don't want to move my tile. I want it to be right where it is. So I'm going to put the straight part like we had it against the fence and the angle with the angle. Okay. And now we're looking pretty good. All right. So let's get this set up where you can see what's happening here. All right, there we go. And that's looking perfect. All right. Now, we're going to get this laid out here so you can see. Okay. All right, we are going to zoom out before we do anything else. Okay. Now, when I get these up in the shower, they're going to go just like this. It'll be overhead, and it'll be perfect. Okay. And remember, this was upright. The other one was flipped over on its back when I marked it to get the opposite angle on the cut for the opposite side. Remember, this one was flipped upside down. Okay. Now, I wish I could pause this camera, but I can't seem to pause it, which is a little frustrating. Whoever's there, I see you're there. Got to go back. I'm then able to do this cutting inside, so got to go through the house, unfortunately. So we'll be there in just a second. I really wish this could be put on pause. That would be a good feature for them to add. That would make it a little better for editing too, I guess. But they haven't done that yet. All right. So here we are. Okay. I unfortunately forgot to bring my light. So I've got to go get my light so I don't carry you through the house. I've got to go get my light. Just hold on. I'll be right back in 30 seconds or less. 10 seconds or less. All right. We're back. Get this light plugged in and we'll be good to go. All right. There we go. All right, now the trick's going to be to hold, okay, my tile up there and be able to show you how that's going to fall in place. I may have to just lay this down. I'm going to have to lay this phone down, but before I do, all right, this is going to go right here at this corner, okay? You see the corner, the angle. This is going to go here. You see the pencil line or the marker line here on top. Well, maybe you can. Yeah, there you can. All right, so this is going to go here. All right, then I'm going to have to line up the next one to it. Okay. So let's see if I can lay this down where you can see what I'm doing as well. I get this in place. Now this is gonna, bear with me. I am having to finagle this and make this work. It's a learning curve here, let me tell you. Not having the right equipment to video with. You got to get down here on this floor so I can see what you see. So I know what you're seeing, what you need to see. All right, let's see. Okay, so if I can hold this phone right here, it looks like you should be able to see what I'm getting ready to do. All right. Trying to get this in the best position. It's wanting to fall, doggone. Okay, now I'm thinking you can see it. What a learning curve. This videotaping and having the right equipment's very important. But you got to start somewhere, right? Okay. All right, so this piece goes here. This other piece, here we go. This is the moment. All right. This is how that's going to go, folks, just like this. Okay. Got to get that adjusted just right. And that's how this is going to work. So the next thing I'm going to have to do is get my thin set and put my thin set on this so that it'll stick. But I have to make up some thin set. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to turn this off and do another video. Maybe I can create some memory on my phone and do a video, then edit it, and then upload it. That would probably be better at this point. So once again, I want to thank those that are here. Let me turn this phone around. Okay, I'm not sure who's here. You haven't really commented. But I do want to give a shout out to Buffalo Tile. He really does top-notch work. And he has a YouTube page here. That's Buffalo Tile. And then there's Joe at So That's How You Do That. He also does top-notch work, and he has training and teaching and stuff like that as well. So don't forget Buffalo Tile. That's Emmanuel. Unless I'm calling him the wrong name again. At any rate, then there's Joe at Buffalo Tile. Joe at So That's How You Do That. All right, be looking for the next video. It probably won't be live, but you'll definitely get as much information that I can, make available. So I hope you've learned something. Thanks for watching. And I'll be looking for your comments in the comments. All right. Peace out. God bless. Take care. Keep looking up and never give up, because there's always a way. And we're just keeping it real. Bye for now. Bye.